New York, new rock, live music and promotion.
Yeah, probably by right in between now and 7 o'clock, because I'm booking my Mars tour. I've got a shitload of phone calls, and I'm about to be interviewed for Wolfgang's TV show. So till now, till like 7 o'clock, I'm going to be really busy, and then I'm going to call Louie again, and then call Jill. I should know something by about 8 or 8:30. Cool? All right, Tom. Thanks, bro.
People actually see you at work now.
It's amazing, isn't it? Nobody thinks I work in this friggin' city. I swear to God.
Just let it roll and you can
Alright, so you just want me to start with Mars?
Start out with Mars was founded. We all know who you are. I do a little voiceover intro interview, special interview with Johnny Jones, and then boom, Johnny Jones. Mars was founded.
You sure you wouldn't like to sit there and ask me questions?
No, I can always
overdub it
in and cut it and edit it.
Okay.
Try to finish.
Try to make it a flow, like a 5-minute flow.
Finish a thought and then we cut it, and then we go into the next subject. Even if the same subject is divided by 2 segments, it doesn't matter. I can always, cut something in the logo and then come back to you, and it's no big deal. Just always try to finish a thought, and then we,
Okay, so I'll just cover Mars in the segment. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. Gotta get over this. Alright, ready to rock?
Yeah. So.
Mars stands for Musicians Against Racism, Sexism. What we are is we're a non-profit organization that does benefit concerts for charities. We use major label artists, independent artists, and local talent in various regions across the nation to do benefit concerts. Within the concerts, we pass out information on our organization and various other organizations that we support. Let me start this over. Get a little nervous. Cool. Take 2. Ready?
Yeah.
MARS is an acronym for Musicians Against Racism, Sexism. We're a non-profit organization that does benefit concerts for charities. What we do is we utilize musicians in a benefit concert fashion that brings the youth out to our concerts. And the financial benefits from that is we're able to donate monies to various charities in the community that actively combat racism and sexism. We utilize major label talent, independent artists, and local talent in various regions across the country. We were started about a year ago. We became incorporated, got our non-profit status, and we're just about to get our tax deductibility status. And since then, we've done a small benefit concert with 5 local bands at the Ritz back in May of last year, '93. Featuring like the Bogman, Skinner Box, the Fenwicks, Other Half, the Whole Earth Mamas, just 5 local bands, and various genres of music. We had an eclectic musical styles for the simple fact that passes on our message. We had male and female artists, people of color. It was just a unique scenario with everybody together. We handed out printed material, and the money went to the Stop the Violence Fund here in New York City. Currently, we're planning a 30-day tour on the East Coast, kicking off on March 29th here in the city, and the rest of the tour is going to start in the Deep South and go by region to the Northeast until the 20th of May. We're using various label artists, independent artists, and local talent, covering major and minor colleges and universities along the route. Basically, each show is going to have 4 artists, and each artist is going to be on 3 or 4 of the dates of the tour. So we're going to do like a bunch of mini bills. For more information about Mars, you should probably contact us at 212-685-6277 or at the following address. Peace.
Very good. Now, one more thing about Mars.
I forgot to tell you about how to get people involved. Yeah, cool.
Well, for more information,
Right.
that's okay. But you can still include it in the following answer. Why do you think it was necessary to form Mars? I think that's the main reason why you started. There has to be a reason.
Okay. All right. Are we rolling?
Yep.
Why I started Mars? It's pretty deep, I guess. There are numerous problems plaguing society. You know, lack of money, lack of jobs. You know, people dropping out of high school, and there are a lot of organizations out there targeting various problems in society. The Rodney King incident, I believe, brought everything to a head to see how much underlying hatred there is in our society. And it all starts by how the adults portray themselves in society, and the youth pick up on that. Children don't know to hate. They don't know to be prejudiced. That's not inbred. They learn. They learn by example. And if we keep setting a bad example, then it's going to keep getting worse. And for an individual to be beaten up because he's black, white, or gay, or straight, Catholic, Jewish, it doesn't make any sense to me. We found that, or we couldn't find any organizations out there addressing both issues simultaneously, racism and sexism. I think sexism hasn't been as addressed as it should be, as much as racism, and I believe they're equally problematic in society. And we believe that prejudice is prejudice, whether it be racism or sexism. So what we're trying to do is target the youth, first in colleges and eventually, hopefully in '95, in high schools, to at least educate them, to let them know there are other options out there, to alternative lifestyles, and just being fair, and not to pass judgment just because of a person's appearance, sexual preference, skin color, or their gender. And basically, you know, we're just trying to increase the peace. Cool.
Very good.
I got too many uhs in there.
Oh.
Cheer.
Hi, my name is Leslie Aldridge. I manage bands, and I'm returning Nicolette's call. My number is 212-964-2244. You know, usually 4 in the afternoon is just about the best time to reach me. It's just been a little hectic lately. But anyway, please join me again. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Cool. That's Leslie Aldridge. You know Leslie, don't you? I thought you did. What do you want to talk about now?
Let's talk about how you got started and what got you started. And maybe you want to sit here now for a change.
I can smoke on this one.
Yeah, this is a more casual thing. Don't worry about that, Jazz.
Alright. Do I look pretty?
Yes, very pretty.
Cool.
I like that haircut. I don't know. You're just not used to it. You're so
Well, I'm gonna get it shorter because it's too long right now. It's continually fucking up. But what I'm trying to do is just I gotta get it cut short like this.
Get it right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to
the idea now. Now you just have to get it.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the old military style, short. We don't have to worry about it, just wash and go. All right.
Okay.
We ready?
Yeah.
How did I get started? Well, it's complicated, I guess. I was a musician in high school, and I ended up going in the Army. I started managing bands prior to going in the service. I went in the Army, and when I was in Europe, I started managing bands again. As I got out, I stayed in Europe. I toured with several bands overseas and working the American club circuit and the German club circuit. We toured all throughout Europe with different bands, and we had a band on CBS that we were co-managing. They wanted me to bring the band to the States, so I flew over and opened the New York office of my management company, First Strike Management, and brought them over and did a showcase at the Limelight. Since then, I started working in clubs and became a club promoter. Started at the Sun Mountain Cafe in the Village. Since then, I've done various clubs from Danceteria, Limelight, worked at USA, did various shows at the China Club, the Bitter End, just about everywhere with the Bank, done different shows, just about every venue in New York City. I've actually been a promoter at several of them. A couple of them I liked most working with was the Rocketeria Thursday nights at Danceteria. John Argento, the owner, is very, very squared away. He opened the original Danceteria. He's a really cool cat. He's got a good head on his shoulders. And Limelight. Limelight's very cool. You know, it's been around for a decade. You know, it's been happening. It's a trendy place to go. They've got a good vibe. They got a good staff, and they have some decent talent coming in. Neville Wells, Stephen Z, myself, Jerry Adams do Sunday nights there. The Rock and Roll Church. Valerie, Miss Chicky. They've got a pretty developed staff. The promoters have all been working together for years. It's a pretty easily run show. Some of the smaller venues that I've worked at, like I said, are Sun Mountain Cafe, Nevada Smith's. Basically, your average New York dive. Some of them are pretty cool, some of them pretty lame, you know. But I used each experience in the clubs as a learning experience. There are various problems within each club. Each club owner, each club manager has their different problems, you know. A lot of the individuals are fucking clueless on what they're doing. The club owners don't have a clue on what the reality is of live music entertainment, club promotion, doing parties, passes, posters, flyers, the expenses of the promoter on phone calls, faxes. All they care about is number of people in the door, and they don't care how you do it. Some of the club managers will work with you, some of them won't. Some of the bands will work with you, some of them won't. It goes on and on and on and on. What I'd like to see in New York, I think, would probably be the promoters working together. I attempted to do this once, to get Harry Slash, Nicky Camp, Terry Kennedy, Stephen Z, Jerry Adams, Tom Jacks, Craig Pearson, and everybody in the same room at one time to say, you know, let's all work together and bring back the music scene that was here 15 years ago. Didn't quite work out. You know, everybody's done their dealings with everybody else and had certain problems. Some of them worked good together, some of them haven't. But I think that essentially is that you'll never get the club owners to work together because they're competing against each other. But if you invigorate the club scene and get the people back going out in the clubs because they see a certain level of talent and get a good show for their dollar, then everybody makes out, at least promoter-wise. You know, you'll never get all the club managers and the club owners to work together, but if you start at a certain level and pass information amongst each other, like which bands are cool, which bands draw well, which bands will play earlier, later, work for you, or show up on time, don't have attitudes, and then work hard, then it increases the level of talent on the music scene itself. And then everybody makes out. But when it gets to the point that some people say, oh, if you play here, you can't play there, it puts a hardship on the bands. You know, and then the promoters demand that you bring so many people and the fresh band can't get a good start because they're always playing early, they're always playing late. And, you know, if the promoters abuse the bands, then the band's competent attitude when they come up against a good promoter, then they end up screwing up there too. Basically, I think the club scene's kind of lame nowadays because everybody's broke. This is the third year of the recession. Nobody has any cash, and everybody is trying to survive. And the club owners impose so many restrictions on the promoter. You know, they restrict you on your guest list. They restrict you on your comp guest list. So you got to reduce people, and people that are used to getting for free have to pay, and they just don't understand that. And the way I see it is, if you have a 1,000-person club, I'd rather have 300 of them free and have a full club than not have 300 of them free and only have 700 people in the room. But you can't get a club owner to understand that. You know, you give little perks like drink tickets out. You know, it only costs them $1 a drink, 50 cents a drink. But you keep the people happy, give them a drink or two, and all these VIPs and club scene and club people and the club kids and the other bands will come out time and time again, and it keeps your club full and gets the scene happening. But then again, that falls on the club owner, and it's an unfair position for the promoter to be put in. But if you're a promoter, you got to deal with that. I think that would be the best thing for all the promoters to try to get together and hash it out and come up with a game plan. It'll probably never happen, but that's what I think should happen.
Very good. So you already put... Okay, we're rolling again. Go ahead.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Johnny Jones is my real name. Believe it or not, it's John Fitzgerald Kenny Jones. Nobody basically gives a shit. But I shortened it to John F.K. Jones. And then everybody was making the Kennedy connection. And everywhere you turn nowadays, the Kennedys are fucking up left and right. So basically I just dropped that out and changed it back to Johnny Jones like it was in Europe. It's really a bitch, you know, when you go out. People don't believe you, you know, I'm Johnny Jones or I'm John Jones, and they're like, yeah, I'm Bob Smith. But yeah, basically that's it, and the live promotion aspect as a promoter is the Johnny Jones Presents, and that's what I use as a moniker, and for all the clubs that I do, and all the live music presentations when I produce a show, produced in association with Johnny Jones Presents.
Okay.
Cool.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, and then you can just zoom from there. As soon as you come to me, then I'll start.
No, start while I'm there.
Okay.
And then I zoom in as you start talking.
Yeah, basically, I started an independent label called Argus Records. We signed our first artist, the Fenwicks, to the label.
No, let's do that again. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I started an independent label last year called Argus Records. Our first signing was with the band called the Fenwicks. 2 of the guys are from New York, 4 of them are from Florida. Basically, we're just in small indie. It's going to be distributed through Guitar Acoustic Relativity RED distribution. We have a whole lineup of bands lined up to follow through after our first breaking band. We have a video that's going to be coming out for the Fenwicks that we'll show you a little bit later. They're our first artist. I came up with the idea of starting my own label because so many other labels that are out there are putting out artists that we don't feel are what the public is looking for. It's been pretty easy to see talent because of our promotion company. A lot of the bands send demo tapes to us so we can review them all, and then through our live promotion, Johnny Jones Presents, we get to see them live and see who's really good and who is really puts on a good performance, and see the depth within the artists. We also have a management company, First Strike Management, so it's like a progression. We get to see the demo tapes as they come in, see what we like, get to see them live. We have the opportunity to work with them managerially, and then progress into the label, and then break them to major label artists. That's basically our vibe. We want to help artists from the ground up. We have absolutely no intentions of being a major label, just a grassroots indie that's distributed nationally, helping artists go from point A to point B. There's so many good artists out of New York. New York really doesn't have too much of a scene. Like bands like Helmet are out there, Quicksand and whatnot that have broken out of New York, but not too many people relate those bands to New York. Like the Seattle scene, everybody knows about Screaming Trees, Nirvana, Pearl Jam as like Seattle sound. New York has kind of lost its sound per se. You know, bands like Living Colour have all come out of New York, but nobody really sees a real music scene coming out of New York. It's really not happening. So we hope to tap into the new vibe that's going on. You know, there's some good bands coming out and now breaking. It's pretty easy to see the talent out there. You get the buzz coming out. New York's a big city, but it's a pretty small family, I guess, of promoters, A&R people, record labels, distributors, publishers, and everybody pretty much knows everybody. Our first single's coming out in April, the beginning of April, actually, through Relativity. And then we're going to follow up with a full album and a video this summer, and the second video this fall. The album is called Member of No Tribe. The artist is called the Fenwicks, and check it out. They'll be playing live soon.
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay. Some of the other artists we work with through our management company, a band out of New York City called Mystic Caravan. It's a really, really cool band. We're the American representation for 3 bands out of Germany. Pink Cream 69, which is on Epic Sony. A band called Shy Boy, who's on an independent label. And a band called The Stroke. It's coming out on EMI. Steve Boyer just finished an album with them at the studio here in New York, so the album should be coming out in the fall. We work with various artists in Europe independently, Martin Anthony, Bernie Anthony, and have released a couple demos here in the States. We're trying to bring over all the bands on a touring basis, and we'll see how that happens in the future. For me personally, I don't know exactly what the future is going to hold. What I'm trying to do is really, really promote our nonprofit organization, Musicians Against Racism, Sexism. I think that's going to take up most of my time in '94. Hopefully with the release of the Fenwick's album, Argus Records will take off. Our work at the Limelight will keep Johnny Jones Presents busy. And our work with the European artists will keep First Strike Management happening. We're going to be putting Mystic Caravan in the studio. We'll be shopping them either through our label or shopping them to other independent labels or major labels. Hopefully I'll stay busy in '94 and even busier in '95. I guess that's about it for me. Peace. I should probably change that ending.
No, that's kind of personal.
Yeah.
What about a couple jokes?
Jokes. Clean jokes.
And maybe move into this chair, just clean this up. So that way it's just a little different. Nothing much, but a little thing counts.
Oh, I could just go. Okay, I was gonna say I could just go back here.
Oh, you want to go back there?
Yeah. That way. Yeah, cool. I would like to say something about Nicky Camp.
Little dishing, for God's sake. Everybody is so fucking afraid to say something, and that's why we don't go anywhere. They have us by the balls, you know what I mean?
685-6277. The line for Musicians Against Racism, Sexism. If you'd like more information on Mars, please leave your full name, address, and phone number, and we'll get an info pack out as soon as possible. Everyone else, just leave a message up to the tone. Peace.
This is great, I can use that too.
Alright, let's see what happens here.
Johnny, this is Louie. I'll be with my brothers a little later. Basically,
Louie, yeah, I'm in the middle of a television interview. Can you give me, where you at? Are you gonna ride down with me? What's that? I'm coming back Sunday. I'll be back Sunday night. Right, cool. What was that knock-knock joke? Knock-knock, who's there? Hey, Michael Denver! What was that knock-knock joke you told me? Who's there? What? Little Boy Blue who? Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright. You ready? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Alright. A couple of jokes. Jokes that I can tell. The Michael Jackson thing, I forget that. Because that gave it away. couple of jokes that I can tell. You want an insider joke and a regular joke. An insider joke, only the people involved will probably know this one. Why did Tommy Rocks leave town? Because he didn't know how to swim. What's another one? Oh, knock knock, who's there? Little boy blue, little boy blue, little boy blue who? Michael Jackson. See ya.
Let's do an outro, like if you want to get involved in Mars or for further information.
Okay.
Just a plain outro type thing.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said before, a major function and focus in '94 is going to be spreading awareness about our non-profit organization, Musicians Against Racism, Sexism. To us, it's very, very important that we make a difference. If you'd like to help out in any way, it includes anyone. Membership is open to anyone, individuals, companies, bands, corporations. Please contact us at 212-685-MARS, which is 212-685-6277. Or you can write us at P.O. Box 1039, Murray Hill Station, New York City, New York, 100156. Peace.
Oh, I didn't record. Let's start from the top.
Okay. Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, we have various things on our walls, pictures of bands and pictures of people helping us out. This one here is a special message from the guys in Soundgarden, Chris Cornell and Kim and Matt and Ben, thanking us for all the hard work we're doing. They gave us a photo from the promo kit, signed it for us, gave us a special message to use in our actual information packet that we send out to all the concerned individuals. To its right is the drummer for Stone Temple Pilots, Eric Kretz. Did a photo shoot with us in Philadelphia, and they've been very, very cool. Their management, Steve Stewart Management's been helping us out. They're going to join in on the tour. To our left.
Where's that?
Are you stopped? Are you paused?
No, I can cut it.
Let's see. This is Argus Records.
No, you can leave that there. I can just come around.
Should I talk?
Yeah, explain what it is.
Yeah, this here is our Argus Records logo and the poster that we did for our benefit at the Ritz, which was sponsored in part by our own independent label, Argus Records. Some of the other bands that we work with are Lobster of Hate, the Mexican Mud Band, Maria Excommunicata. We have different pictures of other individuals that have helped us out and that are working with us, like Geraldo to your right. They're going to do a show on our organization in the springtime. That's our band, the Fenwicks, further to the right. All those little letters that are on the wall are all the rejection letters from the management companies and major labels that didn't believe in the Fenwicks. So we started our own independent label and did it ourselves. So basically, the hell with them, and we're going to show them. The poster up to the right is when they were a Bud Dry band, and they were sponsored by Bud Dry, which they are no longer a Bud Dry band. They're completely independently sponsored by Argus.
Who are some of the bands you said? Oh, Maria Excommunicata.
Yeah, Maria X. Yeah, when I was in Europe, I toured with White Lion, Extreme, and Mr. Big. This is just a picture of me with Mike Tramp and Vito at the Ritz. Below is a photo of Maria Excommunicata, one of New York's better bands out kicking it. They just played a show at the Limelight, as a matter of fact. Above that, we participated in the Rolling Stone Tommy Party at the China Club, and we have pictures with me, with George Martin, producer of the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and also Pete Townsend, who signed a guitar for our organization to be donated at a later date.
What is it?
It's every day of my life forces me to add to the number of people who can kiss my ass. And I would have to dedicate that to all the promoters in the city who just can't get their shit together.
Like?
You want me to dish out the dirt?
I can't get any dirt out of
Yeah,
you.
you want to do the Jared Miller concert photography?
Which one? Oh, that stuff. That looks cool. That's the Jared I know?
Yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, my partner has his own concert photography company, Jared Miller Concert Photography. He goes out and shoots a lot of live acts here in the city and outside the city. He's actually traveling to California next week, and he's getting a lot of work from the major labels and indie labels, and also a lot of the bands hire him out to shoot the live shows. As you can see here, some of the recognizable artists he's worked with.
Say again who that is?
Yeah, this is Eric Kretz. He's the drummer of the Stone Temple Pilots. He did a photo shoot with us in Philadelphia from Mars. They're very, very supportive of our organization. Steve Stewart, their manager, has been very cool with us. They're going to join in on a couple dates later on in the year with us. Probably going to do the Peace concert in December. Very, very cool cats. Up to the left, Bob Gruen, who's one of John Lennon's photographers, gave me one of his photos on a t-shirt for my birthday last year. He's a very cool cat. He's done a lot of work. He's done a couple photo exhibits around town. He's known all over the world for his shots. He's done with John Lennon.
Cool. Let me get a close-up on Mars. The logo.
I've got actually another one you can use for your outtake.
I can take that with me? No?
Yes.
I can?
I could. You want me to? I can probably put it up if you want. Right now, the tack on a bare wall.
No, this, if you can put it that way, it's easier for me.
Yeah, let me get one piece of tape. That way it'll be.
This might be okay too.
New York, new rock, live music and promotion.
That's the Jared I know?
Yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, my partner has his own concert photography company, Jared Miller Concert Photography. He goes out and shoots a lot of live acts here in the city and outside the city. He's actually traveling to California next week, and he's getting a lot of work from the major labels and indie labels, and also a lot of the bands hire him out to shoot the live shows. As you can see here, some of the recognizable artists he's worked with.
Say again who that is?
Yeah, this is Eric Kretz. He's the drummer of the Stone Temple Pilots. He did a photo shoot with us in Philadelphia from Mars. They're very, very supportive of our organization. Steve Stewart, their manager, has been very cool with us. They're going to join in on a couple dates later on in the year with us. Probably going to do the Peace concert in December. Very, very cool cats. Up to the left, Bob Gruen, who's one of John Lennon's photographers, gave me one of his photos on a t-shirt for my birthday last year. He's a very cool cat. He's done a lot of work. He's done a couple photo exhibits around town. He's known all over the world for his shots. He's done with John Lennon.
Cool. Let me get a close-up on Mars. The logo.
I've got actually another one you can use for your outtake.
I can take that with me? No?
Yeah.
I can?
I could. You want me to? I can probably put it up if you want. Right now, the tack on a bare wall.
No, this, if you can put it that way, it's easier for me.
Yeah, let me get one piece of tape. That way it'll be.
Actually, this might be okay too.
New York, new rock, live music.